out to a distance of about 300 feet and come down the velocity vector of the space station. This is a view of the space station rising in the aft window of the flight deck during the rendezvous pitch maneuver. Steve is controlling the orbiter to a tolerance of about 3 inches on these two huge vehicles traveling at 17,000 miles per hour. We get contact and capture of the space station, and congratulations on a job well done to the commander for just a great job of flying. We got the hatches open, and flight day 3 was also Peggy's birthday. We brought her a big module for her birthday present. The inside of Node 2 is a big, beautiful, bright place. And you can see after a couple of days of being trapped on the small confines of the space shuttle, we're happy to have a lot of extra room to move around in, but also a bit clumsy as well. It takes a few days to figure out how to move around in such a large volume.
Here we're briefing the day before we go on our spacewalk, and then you see here the morning of the spacewalk, so we get our suits on, and Peggy and Steve are getting us ready to go into the airlock, and here's Stan getting guided into the airlock very carefully. Then they close the hatch of the airlock, and we can get all the air out of there and then open the door and go outside and work. And here you see a picture when I opened the hatch for the first time on the first spacewalk, and right below me is the Swiss Alps. It was just a spectacular sight, and had a chance to look for a few seconds, and then it was going outside and get to work. Our first job on the first spacewalk was to prepare Columbus so that it could be pulled out of the payload bay and then attached to the space station. We use these high-tech power tools here to tighten and loosen bolts. And then here's a picture of Stan grabbing what's called the grapple fixture that we're going to put onto Columbus, and that'll allow the robot arm to grab Columbus and pull it out of the payload bay. So that's Stan upside down hanging on the grapple fixture. And then here he is putting it onto Columbus. He gets it seated well, and then we use our power tools to bolt it on there real tight. Now to get access to that grapple fixture, we had to take some panels off of Columbus. And here you'll see Stan in the background putting one of those panels back on while I'm working there in the foreground. And here you see a view from our helmet cameras. We have cameras on the top of our helmets, and here we're going over Cape Cod. You can see down there in the distance. And we also have helmet lights. You can see Hans here as he's working outside at night. Lights light up his workspace so we can continue working all the time we're going around the Earth. You also have sun visors, and when it's sunny at daytime, and then you can put them up when your friends say, "Hey, look at me!" So get to wave to them at the in the shuttle and take a picture. The second spacewalk, we were changing out a nitrogen tank that was empty on the space station. Here we're unwrapping the brand new one in the payload bay, and then I'm getting a nice ride with the new nitrogen tank, and they're going to drive me up to the space station so I can install it. And it's a great ride on the robot arm. They drive it really smoothly and take it right to where we need to go. Here, Hans and I are installing it into the space station, nice and snug and tight. Now, while we're outside there, we don't have a checklist for each step that we're going to do. So Dex here is inside reading the checklist and telling us each step we need to do so we stay on the timeline and work it real well.
These reflections here are one of the reasons why we call Columbus our shiny module. And we have to do a lot of equipment out there, thermal protective cover.